say thank you for your patience ahead of an absolutely monstrous night of boxing. What a pleasure it is here to be. How you doing, Mike? Good to see you. Good to see you, good to see you. A pleasure to be here in Frisco, Texas, the Ford Center, this Saturday, live and exclusive on DAZN, streamed across the US, Sky Sports, in the UK, and around the world on DAZN's platforms, as well, and our other international broadcasters. We have what I believe is the best night of boxing I've ever put on from top to bottom. An absolutely fantastic card, so much great talent on the card, so many big fights, of course world championship fights as well, and an incredible, incredible main event between Mikey, Garcia and Jessie, Vargas. I'm going to talk about everybody up here before they come up and speak themselves, and you would have seen today we announced the signing of our latest young protege, Mark Castro, a wonderful talent, one of the best US amateurs for a long, long time. And we're so proud globally of the talent that we have from the elite level of the sport, of course, all the way down to the grassroots of the sport and the young pros turning over as well. Two of them on this card that I'm so excited about, Alexis Espino and Diego Pacheco. Two guys that have dynamite in their hands, two guys that had fantastic amateur careers, two guys that are so young as well. When you talk about 18, 19 years of age, they've got so much time to grow and to develop, and they're getting opportunities to box all over the world at some of the biggest shows in the world. We saw Diego Pacheco in December boxing Saudi Arabia on the Joshua Ruiz card, came out as a live float just before the main event in front of 16,000. Delivered a brilliant, brilliant knockout. Alexis Espino just boxed as well in Miami just a few weeks ago. Big years coming up for these guys. Great talents, and we're completely behind them to take them all the way to the very, very top. When you talk about young talents as well, Israel Madrimov, for me, is one of the most exciting young fighters in boxing. Incredible amateur career with the Uzbek Olympic national team. And right now, just completely searing through the light middleweight division with a string of impressive knockouts. So few fights, but already ready to challenge for world titles. This time against Charlie Navarro, an eliminator for the WBA super lightweight, the light middleweight championship of the world. Big time boxing now for Israel Madrimov, and it's starting to get very, very important. Of course, we want to thank World of Boxing for their support with Israel Madrimov. We go to the heavyweight division. So good to see Joseph Parker back. We was all devastated when his fight with Derek Chisora fell through at the end of last year. Great to see the team, Kevin, David Higgins as well here. What a massive year coming up for Joseph Parker. What a massive year for the heavyweight division. We saw a great fight last week between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. We saw another great fight at the end of last year when Anthony Joshua reclaimed his world heavyweight titles. And can you believe that our little country on the other side of the pond completely owns the heavyweight division? A few months ago, Al Heyman and the Americans had all the belts. Now it's the Brits. And we're running the show. But this man from New Zealand is ready to try and change all that in 2020. Ranked number 2 with the WBO. Who knows what's going to happen with that belt as well. But a very, very slippery test for him against Sean Dell Winters this Saturday in Frisco. Winters coming off a couple of great wins. We know his team really fancy this fight. He's a big puncher. And Joseph Parker's out to make a big statement in a massive 2020 where he's looking to regain the world heavyweight title. Now, we'll go on to the World Championship action. One of my favourite young fighters right now in Julio Cesar Martinez. This man, I'm not sure if he's going to understand me, El Animal. He's an animal. This young man is one of the most exciting young fighters I've ever had the opportunity to work with. I believe he can go on and become an absolute Mexican legend of the sport. Already the WBC World Flyweight Champion. We saw him last time out in a wonderful fight on the Danny Jacobs card in Arizona. It was a great performance. He has all the makings of a big star. But my heart is a little bit torn because we have another brick here on the other side of the stage in Jay Harris. Special thank you as well to Lee and MTK, Gary Lockett there as well. He's here to absolutely cause an upset and become world champion. I've watched him come through with the Commonwealth title. I thought he was outstanding last time out against Paddy Barnes. It's a massive opportunity and a massive task, but he's a quality fighter up against another outstanding world champion in Julio Cesar co-main event, what a fight. Carrier fight against Roman Chocolatitio Gonzalez. Talk about great fighters in Julio Cesar Martinez. This man is a legend of the sport of boxing. Someone that I've watched for many, many years. I can't believe I'm going to get to watch him up close and personal, live on Saturday night. But again, split emotions because he's against our man, Carrier fight, the longest reigning world champion from Britain, someone that we signed for his professional debut, someone we're extremely proud of, and this is his career-defining moment on Saturday night. A chance for him to create a legacy within the sport, to fight a legend, to become a worldwide star himself. This is such a fascinating encounter. If Roman Chocolatitio Gonzalez can come back and win another world title, it will be an incredible story. But for Carrier fight, this could be the launch pad to absolute stardom and unification fights with the likes of Juan Estrada and everybody else in the division as well. It's a wonderful, wonderful fight. The main event is breathtaking. Jessie Vargas came up to me when we signed this fight and he said, you know, this is going to be like Morales against Barrera. And I said, well, that's strong. That's the sort of thing that a promoter would say. And as we get closer and closer, I can only see this fight being an absolute war. An all-out Mexican war. Mikey Garcia, and again I feel honoured to be watching all these guys, the 4-weight world champion, one of the greatest fighters of the modern era. Also one of the most stubborn individuals in the world. Because everybody says to him, Mikey, you're better at 140. No, I can win a world title at 147. Jessie Vargas was moving up to 54. I said, do you like the Mikey Garcia fight at 147? Sign me up. That's exactly the kind of fight that I want in boxing. These two are an absolute credit to the sport of boxing. It is such a great fight. For Mikey Garcia, he has so much to prove at 147. Nothing to prove in the sport of boxing, but can he do it? Can he become a 5-time, 5-weight world champion? And win the WBC Diamond Belt on Saturday and go on and challenge for a world title this year. For Jessie Vargas, a 2-weight world champion. Can he call what some may see as an upset? But as the weeks have gone on, the phone calls have come in saying, you know what? I think Jessie Vargas is going to do this, you know. A lot of people in boxing starting to get on that bandwagon. I've seen a look in this young man's eye to say he wants this bad. This is going to be a fantastic fight on a wonderful night of boxing. Enough for me for the time being. I'm going to bring up the guys to say a few words now. I want a big round of applause for everybody on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, firstly, Alexis.
Good afternoon, everybody. I feel very blessed to be here, to be a part of this, with so many great champions around me. I'm very excited to be under my teammate, Mikey Garcia. And you know what, first off, I want to thank Hearn for always putting me on crazy cards, you know, with all these champions. And, you know, I'm very blessed to be here and very blessed to be with the RGBA team, having great camps back to back always. And I feel really ready for this Saturday coming. You know, I'm gonna show up and thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Alexis. Now, 8 fights, 7 big wins by knockout from Los Angeles, California, Diego Pacheco.
DAZN for putting together this amazing card for all of us here to be a part of. And I want to thank my training team, PPV for always preparing me, not just physically but mentally as well. My management team for making sure I have everything I need in the boxing gym and outside of the boxing gym. And I'm just, really happy to be here, excited. My first year as a professional is now history, and now I'm ready to start on my second year as a pro. And I'm ready to start off just the way I ended it off. I ended my last year off. Everyone tuned in Saturday and expect an amazing show from all of us here on the stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Diego and Alexis. We move on to the eliminator for the light middleweight WBA Championship of the world. Firstly, on one side, I'd like to welcome up Charlie Navarro.
great fighter, and we'll try to do for you to receive it. Thank you to the promoter for invitation from me, and I'm trying to do my best. Thank you.
Charlie, well done. Excellent English. Well done. We're going to get a refund for the translation. Again, this young man, what a fighter, what a star. I would also like to just take a moment to acknowledge the sartorial elegance of a few members of the team up here. Jessie, Vargas, look at that suit, unbelievable. Mikey, Garcia, $1 million. And Israel Madrid, this is an outstanding outfit. Ladies and gentlemen, an absolute beast of a fighter. Israel Madrid.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. Thank you media for support. Thank you boxing fans, best fans in the world. Thank you my promoter, World of Boxing, Matchroom, Andrei Rybinski, Hearn. Thank you my management, and then thank you DAZN. I am happy to be here. I'm ready. See you Saturday. Thank you. Good luck.
Well, can you believe we had another translator over there as well? Some Russian, can't believe it. Not required, thank you. Well done, Israel, well done, well done. Right, the heavyweight action now. This is an interesting fight. Michael and the team, they wanted to make this fight. They believe they can win this fight. Coming into the fight on a couple of fantastic victories. Big welcome, please, for Shondell Winters.
whom all good gifts come from. I also want to thank Hearn, matchroom, and DAZN. I also want to thank my management, BDF, and team winners, Montel Griffin, Sam Colonna, Rodney Wilson, and all the guys back home. What can I say? I'm not supposed to be here, so I'm just glad to be here. I'm not coming here to just take pictures of Joseph Parker. I ain't coming here to, be a fan of Joseph Parker. It's actually very nice for y'all to finally meet me. That's a joke. But to be real with you, I'm coming to fight. I'm coming to win. I believe this is my opportunity. I thank Tim Parker for the opportunity for choosing me. I'm very, very confident, and I look forward to Saturday night. God bless.
Thank you, Shondell. This next gentleman, who we first met when he came over to unify the division with Anthony Joshua in front of 70,000 people at the Millennium Stadium. We struck up a great relationship with the team. Kevin Barry and David Higgins, fantastic to work with. Joseph Parker is a fine man, won the World Championship from Andy Ruiz, attempted to unify and lost on points. The only man to not be stopped and knocked out by Anthony Joshua in a great fight in Cardiff, and looking to regain the World Heavyweight Championship in 2020 and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, the former WBO Heavyweight Champion of the world, Joseph Parker.
Hello everyone. First, I just want to say it's great to be here in Texas with my coach Kevin, David Higgins, my parents and my team. And the last time I fought was in June 2019. So I'm very excited to be fighting this weekend. I'm putting a lot of hard work in camp. 5 long rounds, a little running, strength work, a little recovery. I'm ready for this fight. And I'm not taking this fight lightly. And looking forward to putting on a good performance on Saturday. I'm going to go there and have fun. I'm going to go there and take care of business. And I'd like to thank Shondell Winters for taking the fight. I'm looking forward to the challenges that he's going to bring. Thank you.
Thank you, Shondell and Joseph, and welcome to Parker family as well, David and Mrs. Parker. Go on to the World Championship boxing now. Again, boxing, sport, life's all about taking chances, taking opportunities. And when we looked at the WBC rankings and I saw Britt there, well ranked after a great performance against Paddy Barnes, I really felt that this was a time to give them an opportunity. We phoned MTK. MTK spoke to Gary Lockett and the team. Jay Harris just said yes, like a shot. This is a moment of his career, the opportunity for him to make history on Saturday night. The challenger for the WBC Flyweight Championship from Wales, Jay Harris.
Hi you guys, I'm not very used to all this, but I'm good to go anyway. I just want to say a big thank you to Eddie Hearn, matchroom and MTK for giving me this massive opportunity on such a big card. On Monday it was like the biggest surreal moment I've ever had with the head-to-head standing next to Mikey, Garcia, Jessie, Vargas and all the rest of the champions out here. It was just unbelievable. I'm here to win and I think I'm going to pull off a massive upset on Saturday and I think you're in for a treat, a hell of a fight. So tune in on Saturday.
Again now the champion of the WBC flyweight of the world, one of the most exciting fighters in boxing right now, from Mexico, Julio Cesar Martinez.
Pues buenas tardes a todos, muy contento en estar en esta cartelera de Mikey, Jessie, muchas gracias al señor que siempre está apoyándonos, Reynoso, entrenador Mauricio Aceves, pues como siempre vamos con todo, menos con miedo y que ganen mejor. Bendiciones.
Good afternoon. I'm privileged to be in the fight with Mikey, Vargas, and Jessie. I also want to thank the host. I'm very excited for this next Saturday, and we're right here to put on the fight. Thank God, first and most, and we're just here to win it.
Thank you. Thank you. And also I want to acknowledge Eddie Reynoso and Canelo and Team Canelo Promotions, who are our partners with Julio Cesar Martinez, done a great job to bring him through to World Championship level. Now, we go on to the WBA Super Flyweight Championship of the World. Just a wonderful fight, Roman Gonzalez against Calvia fight. This man, what can you say, been there, done it, true legend of the sport. We've seen him light up the screens on HBO, we've seen him win multiple world championships in different divisions, a legend of the sport, a challenger on Saturday night for the WBA Super Flyweight Championship of the World, Roman Chocolatitio Gonzalez.
Buenas a todos, Dios los bendiga.
Good afternoon. God bless everybody.
Agradecerle verdaderamente a Dios porque me ha tenido aquí,
I want to thank God because He had me here,
a mi familia, a mi equipo de trabajo, a Taking Promotion,
my family, my work team, and Take Promotion,
a Eddie Hearn, a DAZN,
Eddie Hearn, and Tucson.
principalmente a mi amigo, a Jafar, que me ha dado la oportunidad de pelear nuevamente en campeonato del mundo.
First and foremost, my friend Jafar, that had helped me just to be right here on this fight.
Que Dios pueda bendecir a él y a toda su familia.
May God bless you and all your family. Thank you so much.
Estoy bien, en la mejor condición para esta pelea.
I am in the best condition for this fight.
Esta oportunidad la he aprovechado muchísimo.
I have taken advantage of this opportunity a lot.
No hay ningún rival pequeño, todos son buenos.
There is not a small person to fight. Everybody is very good right here.
Pero vengo con la bendición de Dios que voy a ganar el día sábado.
But I come with God blessings that I will be winning that Saturday night.
Muchísimas gracias a todos y que Dios me los bendiga y que la afición del boxeo pueda disfrutar de un buen espectáculo.
Well, thank you everybody. God bless you, and I hope that this sport of boxing will be a great spectacle for everybody right here.
Le deseo suerte a Jessie, a mi hermano aquí y a todos los muchachos que van
Bendiciones a todos. Dios los bendiga.
God bless.
Thank you, Roman. We too want to thank Tekken Promotions, Mr. Honda as well, for taking this fight and this opportunity. Now, this man, I remember signing him back when he first turned professional. Right then, super flyweight division, the flyweight as he was at the time, I was thinking, what we're going to do, where we're going to go. All of a sudden, actually should be thanking people like Chocolatitio, people like Estrada, people like Quadras, who really exploded onto the scene with HBO and the Superfly series and started to make the smaller weights so lucrative. He went on, he won a world championship in Great Britain, he's defended it in America twice now, defended it in Monaco as well, defended it in Britain in front of tens of thousands of people on pay-per-view cards as well. And on Saturday night, he gets the chance to break out into the big time. Chance to try and become a legend of the sport himself, like his opponent. The current WBA champion of the world from Birmingham, Garcia.
Good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I want to thank Eddie Hearn for promoting me from our first time pro, guiding my career to where it is now. Hasn't put a foot wrong. I want to thank my training team, both Krakens, my strength and conditioning coach, Desware, and a person who's played a huge part, Scott Robinson, who's helped me with my weight, my whole nutrition. Just got me to be as strong as I possibly can. My family, my partner, everybody. I now want to top Roman's speech there because he's someone I've looked up to a very long time. It's a bit hard for me because I'm fighting on Saturday night and I'm going to have to do what I've got to do to win the fight. But I'm a huge admirer of his work over the years and what he's done for the smaller divisions. But I'm in the best shape I can possibly be in. I've left no stone unturned. And I'm going to do everything I can do to come out with a win, regain my title, and remain Britain's longest reigning world champion. No doubt you'll enjoy a massive fight on Saturday night, and I want to wish all the lads on the show the very best. So I'll see you all there, and don't blink, because it'll be an exciting fight. Thank you.
Thank you, you two. Can't wait for that fight. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful fight. We'll go on to the main event of the evening, the WBC Diamond Welterweight Championship between Jessie Vargas and Mikey Garcia. This is a great, great, great fight which we cannot wait for. Firstly, this man to my left, when we launched DAZN, we launched Matchroom Boxing USA, I believe you were probably our first signing, first major signing, someone that had taken the plunge with us, took the chance with us, and I'm glad to repay him in such a massive fight. He's been a great friend, he's been a great client, he's been a great ambassador for the sport, he's been a broadcaster for DAZN and our partners in Latin America as well. Just a great individual, great fighter, great example for any young professional about how to live your life and get the maximum out of the sport. As I said, former two-time, two-weight champion of the world, Jessie Vargas.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you all. Good afternoon. First of all, I want to start off by saying thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, my family, for putting up with me. Sometimes in training camp, when you're hungry, everybody knows how that can get. But thanks to my family and my team, Michael Cullen, Hearn, my strength and conditioning coach, my nutritionist, everyone who's done a fantastic job in my training camp, made it perform at optimal level. A friend of mine who's not here today, Joe Markowski, thank you for the support that you have earned. Thank you, my advisors, Luca Valencia, Al Henry, everyone in the matchroom team for being so efficient, in each and every event. Now we have a big fight ahead of us this Saturday night against Mikey Garcia, which I'm very much prepared for. I trained extremely hard these last 2 months. I can say easily that this has been my best training camp to date. Just because I know what's in front of me. I know Mike is a good fighter, but I know the opportunity that is given to me, which I thank Eddie for, and I thank my team for. I definitely plan and will take advantage of this opportunity. The opportunity is there. Now all I have to do is take advantage of it, and that's what I will do. I've trained my ass off for 2 months, training hard, following the game plan, and I've never looked this good. In the ring, of course, that's what I'm saying. I've never looked as good in the ring. I'm shining, I'm feeling good. I know Mikey's a good fighter. I have respect for him, but you know, the men that the bell rings, I mean, it's fight time. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to give you a fantastic performance to a point where you will be surprised and you will acknowledge that I am one of the best in the divisions and I am en route to becoming the best. So that's the plan. I thank Mikey for taking up this challenge because, as he said, he doesn't like easy fights, and this is definitely not an easy fight. But you know, either way, like I said, I'm coming to win. I've done my homework. Mikey, he's a good fighter, like I said earlier, but that's exactly why I needed to make sure everything was going to work in our favor by looking at some of the film from his last fights, whether it be Errol Spence, whether it be Rocky Martinez. You know, what worked for Rocky at times, you know, when took him down to the canvas with that right hand. Salido, things, you know, here and there that I was able to catch up on. And now looking back at the event, I'm happy to be a part of this event because we have so many great fighters over here that each fight could be its own main event. You know, you have five with Chocolatitio, Martinez versus Harris, you know, Winter with Joe Parkers. I mean, come early to the fights. Tune in early to the DAZN. Believe me, you don't want to miss none of these fights. They're great action-packed fights. I tell you, as a fighter, I'm excited to see them. I'll be in my locker room warming up, and maybe every now and then looking over to the TV. But please tune in. I know we're going to have tons of viewers just because of the event itself. And we're going to finish it off with a bang, Mikey and I assure you, it's going to be a fantastic fight, fantastic night of boxing. Don't miss out. This Saturday night on DAZN. Latin America, worldwide, we'll see a great show. Thank you all for the support.
Thank you, Jessie. At the same time that we signed Jessie Vargas, I was also trying to sign Mikey Garcia. It took me probably a year and a half to do it. As I said, he's a stubborn individual. But I'm so happy to be working with Mikey Garcia, so pleased to have him on the DAZN platform. I remember when he came out to the Danny Jacobs, Julio Cesar Chavez event in Phoenix, he just got mobbed by the crowd. This guy is a real superstar, a real fan's favorite with American, with Mexican fans. He's done it all in the sport of boxing, a four-time champion of the world, four-weight division champion of the world, looking to become a five-time, five-weight division world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Mikey Garcia.
I also want to thank everybody in attendance right now. I do want to thank Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. I need to thank DAZN. You know, it's the first time working together, and so far they've been great team to work with, and so I thank everybody on board. It's a tremendous card. It is a great stacked card, multiple world championship fights. You know, and great talent on display Saturday night. But I'm here to do one thing, and I'm here to take over, show everybody that there's a lot more to Mikey Garcia. You know, I keep reminding people that I will be able to display all my skills on Saturday night and prove to everybody that I can be a serious contender at welterweight. You know, we landed on Jessie Vargas for those same reasons. Former welterweight champion. You know, solid career, two-division champion, you know, big size, height, you know, all the things that people keep telling me I shouldn't be doing, the fighters I shouldn't be fighting, you know, that's the reason why it motivates me. So I want to prove to everybody there's a lot more that I can deliver, and Saturday night would be that opportunity for me. I'm here to do everything it takes to win this fight. You know, we work very hard in the gym, we had tremendous sparring, we had a great camp, and I expect nothing less from Jessie. I know he put in all the time. I expect the best Jessie Vargas, because that's what's going to allow me to show and display all of my skills. You know, I don't want easy fights. I don't ever go for an easy fight. I turned down a lot of other fights because I felt that they were too easy, and that's not what motivates me, that's not what excites me. But Jessie Vargas excites me because he's that big, he's strong, he's the kind of thing that I need to be in order to prove to everybody. And I think it's going to be a great matchup. You know, he's a tough warrior. You know, he's going to be here to win. And that's what's going to push me, you
you know, to bring out the best out of me. You know, I do thank Jessie and his team for accepting the fight, accepting this challenge. And we are, you know, pretty cool outside the ring. You know, we've done a few gigs together, commentating and, you know, behind the mic type things. We've hosted fundraisers together. You know, we've done toy trucks together. You know, that's you know, us personally, he's a great person. You know, but inside that ring, you know, we're gonna be competitors. We're gonna be rivals inside that ring. And he's gonna come in here to, you know, knock me out. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm coming in there to knock him out. So that's what's gonna be so great about this fight. It's got all the elements to make it a memorable night. And you know, he mentioned, you know, earlier I heard some mention possibly have the elements of a Barrera Morales. Well, sure, it definitely can be like that. You know, it could definitely be one of those nights. I invite everybody to make sure they tune in because it's gonna be fireworks all night long. You know, starting early in the show with great matchups, great world champion fights, and finishing off with a bigger bang between Jessie and myself. So again, thank you everybody for coming. I'm excited for Saturday night. There's a lot more to Mikey Garcia. Thank you.
Thank you, Mikey, and thank you, Jessie. And I just want to thank all the fighters up here. I think we're all very, very lucky to be as close as we are to the sport. There's a lot of ex-fighters in here, great fighters, but for us outside of the ropes, we should always make sure we never take these warriors for granted because they are the absolute everything of the sport of boxing. Without these guys, there is no sport. And time again, they step through the ropes to give us all entertainment around the world. So I think they deserve a huge amount of credit ahead of Saturday night. We're going to have head-to-heads up here now. All guys are available for one-on-ones as well. There are some tickets remaining. We're going to have well over 10,000 in attendance on Saturday night. It's going to be an unbelievable atmosphere here in Frisco. Do not miss it. If you haven't downloaded DAZN yet, do not miss this show. I keep seeing time and time again, you guys are paying $79, $89 for one night of boxing, a pay-per-view event with no undercard. $99 a year for DAZN. For all these guys, for Canelo, for Anthony Joshua, for Gennady Golovkin, for Alexander Usyk, for all our UK shows, for World Boxing Super Series. It is an absolute no-brainer. On Saturday night, you'll get all that value, 1 year's value, in one night. We're going to enjoy this show, we're going to celebrate the sport of boxing, and we'll see you for a huge show in Frisco on Saturday night. Thank you very much.